All right, guys, so I had a CB radio in there from 1974. It didn't really, I don't think it was really working. It would turn on, but that was about it. So I wound up getting a smaller one, just a Uniden 40 channel, Uniden Bearcat. Seems pretty good. My buddy Tony has one. He hasn't had any issues with his. I purchased a magnetic antenna. I mounted it on the top in the luggage tray. It came with a 17-foot cable, so I'm running it underneath the fiberglass under here, the tray, and going through the little vent and cutting it all the way through. But it didn't make it quite far enough, so I bought a 25-footer. I think that'll be just enough so I can tackle this. And then I'm also planning on running a speaker for the PA. So we'll see how that turns out. So let's get started. I thought this one's screwing, so, I can't do that. Dang it. All right, well, there went that idea. So I have to return the CB antenna, I guess. Stick around where it gets so faded. Say the one that's black is the ground. Say that's ground. This radio that is a CB radio, and I guess kind of go through maybe one side. It says PA and one says it says PA. Okay, it's right here. Let's go get that one. Okay. So there's that.
Here. Can you hear me?
It's breaking up.
Hello?
Can you hear me at all? All right, guys, we're dealing with a rainy day here today. In the midst of all this spaghetti of wires, I'd have the CB radio on. When I'd shut the door, it would shut off. I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, what, it can't be the ground. I got a ground here. I'm like, And there's no way. How could it be connected to this button here, the switch? Could that be a possibility? Sure enough, I push the button, CB radio shuts off. I mean, what are the odds of that? So there was power going to this when the thing was open. I didn't trace this all the way back. I just put the positive lead in here, and I saw there was power, so I figured, oh, all-time power. Not the case. Anyway, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna tap into another wire. Another situation was, I hooked up a PA speaker on here. When I would turn the volume up for the PA speaker, it would start cutting out, like shutting off, like there was, whether there wasn't enough pull coming from the current, I don't know. I don't know, maybe the wire's too small. So I'm gonna tap into this bad boy right here, the big kahuna. So we're going full power. We'll splice these together. Hopefully that might help with the power going to the battery, because this was a small lead going into the power of the CB radio. So let's see. Now, I also been having issues with the CB antenna. So I bought an antenna. I have it in the luggage tray, which is in the back of the bus. Well, came with a 17-foot cord. Unfortunately, it was a little too short. It just goes, I'm running it from the top, going through the side, the vent, run through the engine compartment, and then underneath the bus. And it stops about where the seats are in here. So I'm like, I'll go ahead and get a 25-foot cable. I order a 25-foot cable. I go up to the top of the antenna to go ahead and unscrew. I thought it would screw into the base. Did not screw into the base. It's wired into the base. So now I have a 17-foot cable. I bought a female end connector splitter, and I have another 25 feet of cable, and I'm just gonna keep coiled up in here. I'm hoping I don't lose a lot of transmission through that, all that extra, a 17-foot and 25-foot of wire. We're gonna find out. But we'll find out. Just taking a day off from the interior. Went ahead and looked at some flooring. Got a couple ideas, so still not sure yet. It's crunch time, so we don't have time to special order anything. Don't want to go with something too heavy. Don't really want to go with wood. Would like to go with the original white, like that speckled white linoleum from the factory. That's very difficult to find. The only thing I could find close to that is the like the commercial tiles, 12 by 12 tiles, but maybe seen like a school or something like that. But those are very heavy, so I don't want to add that extra weight to the bus. A little bit more. I'm going to bring it right into this connection here.
What's the problem and what's your result?
Yeah, I have the unit in Bearcat in this bus, little 40 channel, like a little entry level. I've heard great reviews on it. My buddy Tony has one, and it sounded pretty good on the radio. In Brewdub, I have a nice Cobra. It's got weather channels and everything. So it's really a little too much, but I figured, you know what, go big or go home on that. But as I realized, I don't really utilize it much, and I'm usually playing the radio. So the only time I use a CB radio is if I'm with my friends and we're heading over to some Volkswagen shows that are kind of far. And we use that to communicate through directions and stuff like that. See how everyone's doing, if we need to stop, pull over, which is a pretty handy thing to have, because you know, you're going to some of these places, some of these rural places, and there's not that great signal. And it seems like the CB radio picks up pretty good. So this, I read that this one has like a 2 to 3 mile range, which is fine if we're right behind each other, so I'm not really concerned about that. So that's why I figured it was on sale, great reviews, we're going with that one. And I'll also have a link in this description that you can purchase this yourself. They had this, like, I believe it was like 27% off. It was like $43. Originally it's like close to $60, but yeah. So let's see if we got power now. We do have power. I want to see what the CB radio sounds like now. Okay. Hello, can you hear me? Are we talking? Hello? Oh. Hello? Can you hear for that? Can you hear me? Is there anybody out there? Hello? It's me. Hi. I know if you're mocking me like a bird. You know, like a mockingbird? Mock. Yeah. Ing. Yeah. Bird. Yeah. Yeah. You know? So, all right, so here we go. I'm taping this up here. Getting this taped. Beautiful thing. All right, that's gonna be stuck up in there somewhere. Just like so. Well, everyone, connecting the extension for the CB radio. So I got the little splitter here, and we're gonna go ahead and connect, mate the 17 foot with the 25 feet. Actually, I didn't need, but I already had it. So we're gonna go ahead and mount that together. I'm gonna plug in the back of the CB radio and kind of see what we're looking at here. So that's what we're doing right now. These tires are wearing. I'm burning out. I need some alignment. Let's go into here. And what are we bowing on it? In there. So CB radio is plugged in, the antenna is done. I have the PA connected. So I think that little project's done. I'm gonna have to go ahead and put the kick panel back in here, push some of the wires in, reroute them, and I think that'll be all set there. We may have to go ahead and tune the antenna, but we'll do that later once we get out to some open space here. I also have an external speaker, which I may connect, I don't know. But that's where we're at right now on this particular part of the project. So I think the next we're gonna really have to head and take a look at what kind of flooring we want to use. We know we're gonna do is use a linoleum, but I don't know if we're gonna go with wood, if we're gonna go, prefer not to. I'd like to do, I don't really want to do tile. I'd like to do just like a marbled look or just like a solid color. lighter would be key. Also got to do the rest of the curtains, so I'm gonna do that too, but we'll see what direction pulls me first. Thanks for watching. Stay dry. Hope you enjoyed this little video.